Okay, welcome back to the show. I did not post the pictures from last week, but the episode was posted on time. So I hope everybody still listened because you should be subscribed. Shouldn't be waiting for me to post a picture. I post a description on Sunday. Get your nipples hard about what's coming on Monday morning. And then Monday, I post the title of the episode and let you know what's coming into your ears. Last week, Sexy Scientists, haven't got any audio files as of the time of this recording, but I'm holding out hope because someone from work asked if they could listen, and I was slightly embarrassed, but slightly not. The podcast is what it is, but it just happened to be the week that I asked to guess the penis size of listeners, so that was a little bit embarrassing, but I stand by what I said.
Mm-hmm.
Also on the podcast today, we have Will Brownie. Say hi.
Hello.
Okay.
Great to be here with everyone today.
I never know who to talk to because actually I do think it's better when you and I have a conversation and talk to each other, but yet
there's something I love about cheesily talking to the audience.
And also it can't be a just 100% plain old regular conversation because that would not be as entertaining.
Yeah.
That is the noise.
That's not jingle bells. That's old fashioned.
Okay, how are you feeling about jokes? Because we were talking about this because we weren't going to record today. And then at the last minute, we decided to, and it's me. And I said I wasn't going to talk about penises as much, but the reason we weren't going to record today is in the penile sort of topic, and so I'm not going to bring it up. I may have an update in the future, but just to warn you, I'm conscious of it.
Mm-hmm.
Of the amount of airtime the male anatomy gets on the podcast. And I'm doing something about it.
Mm-hmm.
But I wanted to steer clear of it today, and there's just no way.
Right.
It's consuming my life right now. And so, anyways, so we weren't going to record, so I wrote a couple jokes right before I came here. Will is in the process of writing them.
Frantically trying to write.
So do you want to go?
No.
Okay.
I got nothing.
Because I got 3.
Okay. I
Is
got
that
one.
enough? Is that enough time?
Yeah, go.
Okay. These are some warnings. They're jokes, but they're also warnings.
Yeah.
Dum dum dum.
Like PSAs?
No, warnings.
Okay.
This first one's more general, then I got 2 for the ladies. General warning. Amazon's giant cloud computing servers will house a research initiative exploring how to block out the sun to reduce the effects of climate change.
This is how Snowpiercer starts.
Before we plunge our planet into forever winter, please just put your bottles in the blue bin.
That is the start. That's how
This could all be
Snowpiercer
over.
starts.
Bong Joon-ho?
Bong Joon-ho already went through this.
Deleted.
No. That was on my solo pod, I thought.
I thought Bong Joon... Oh, maybe it got in. I don't know. A couple warnings now for the ladies.
Mm-hmm.
Facebook announced that it will restore the accounts of acquitted killer Kyle Rittenhouse.
Oh, boy.
So watch your DMs, ladies, because Kyle may not be a murderer, but he knows how to shoot his shot.
Ooh.
You know, he still killed the guys.
Yeesh.
We just decided he didn't murder them.
Yeah.
An unsafe amount of the cancer-causing chemical called benzene was found in all kinds of deodorant body sprays.
Bod?
Yeah, dog. Many products are being recalled over the new testing. Someone in Vegas just lost $1 million because the brand not on the dangerous list, Axe body spray.
Oh, that's what
Clean.
I was waiting for it.
Axe Nation. Ladies, get ready for your clothes to fall off whenever a guy walks by, or whatever the commercials were.
Junior high locker rooms around the country are healthy.
Anyways, I knew there was something about Axe there. That wasn't really just a punchline, but
okay. Okay, I have one.
Okay. Please tell me it's the cat milking one.
No, I haven't got any one of those yet. I'm saving them.
Oh, okay.
I haven't got that one.
Oh, we decided we're gonna try and do jokes every week, which is harder.
You're giving out all our plans. How are we supposed to promote?
I think that is promoting.
So tune in next week for more jokes.
Oh, I do have something to talk about. Before you, not before you joke, but before we do the other thing.
You know how everyone today, if it's not horoscopes and crystals or whatever, another thing people are doing to qualify their lives is anagrams and things like that, you know?
Enneagrams?
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
Are you an INTP? Are you a 4?
Myers-Briggs.
Are you a 4? Are
Yeah.
you a square? Whatever, you know? People like that. Or like people like, I'm introverted, I'm extroverted. You know, people are always asking you stuff like that.
People like touch your love language.
Oh yeah, what's your love language? Touching myself.
Physical touching myself.
Yeah, so people always come up to me because, you know, I'm quiet and reserved a lot. So people are like, what, you're an extrovert or introvert or extrovert? What are you? I said, I don't know if I'm an introvert or extrovert, but I know I'm a pervert.
You came with it.
Let me try this. I'm going to read the article, and by the time I get to the article, I'm going to have a joke.
Okay.
North Korea is imposing a ban on leather trench coats to stop ordinary citizens from copying their supreme leader's style, according to Radio Free Asia. According to the outlet, there's been a blanket ban on young men wearing leather trench coats, with police trawling the streets to seize the jackets from the citizens and sellers alike. Citing an unnamed source from within the reclusive country, the news outlet reported that the clampdown started after people began emulating Kim Jong-un's style. The source added that the leather coats also gained popularity among North Korean women after Kim's sister, Kim Yo-jong, wore them. So, you better watch out, all you basement dwellers and magic card gathering kids that are wearing fedoras, because the North Korean police are coming for you.
I would, now if I saw that story, which I did a couple days ago, I would have said something like, my initial thought is something like how the people are starving there, but he's like a big fat guy. So I'm like, could they really emulate his style?
Mm-hmm.
You know, starving, hunched over.
I was thinking about also like some sort of like Blade or something, like vampire hunter outfit, you know, with the leather trench coat. Something like that. Something like that. People can't hear you nodding your head.
Yeah, I'm giving you a chance to talk, man.
I don't have something to talk about. Going off the seat of my pants here. I wasn't prepared.
You know, you
just got home from work.
You just sounded like Kyle Mooney when you're, I don't want something to talk about. Oh, man, he's been on fire on SNL lately.
I just went back and watched all of his awkward street interviews.
Those are funny. He just did Baby Yoda, but he like got all tatted up and everything. It was funny.
Baby Yoda. Aren't we past that? Isn't
No,
it?
dude.
Isn't it Grogu now?
Yeah, but we still call it.
Just don't
Baby Yoda.
misname him.
I can misname. Oh, I dead named him.
Dead name. That's what I meant to say. Yeah, dead naming him.
I haven't. The one thing I wanted
Speaking
to talk
of dead
about,
naming, I saw Elliot Page without a shirt on.
Oh, I tried to click on the headline, Elliot Page thirst trap, and it brought me to a dead URL, so I never went back.
I just went. Someone posted about it. I just
You
checked
think
out.
I would have been titillated?
They're kind of high, but there was like
Top
eight.
surgery?
But there's an 8-pack.
Oh.
That's why everyone's freaking out. I think getting ripped off that extra T.
I do have an update. Speaking of putting things into your body that belong or don't belong there.
Extra.
Melatonin.
You tried it?
Speaking of other things that have helped my psychology over the last... Some of the issues that I'm keeping private on this podcast.
Mm-hmm.
I was worried about sleeping because I didn't sleep for like 2 nights.
Yeah.
And the only reason I slept the 3rd night is because I was so exhausted from not sleeping the other 2 nights.
Mm-hmm.
But even so, I took some melatonin.
Mm-hmm.
And you talked about crazy dreams
Right.
last episode. And I had some problems with what you were saying because you said you had crazy. On one hand, you said melatonin
I
gives
don't
you
dream
crazy.
that often.
You said you dream once every 2 months, which that gives you
Without melatonin.
that gives you 6 dreams per year, which in at least for me doesn't give you the right to talk about what kind of dreams are crazy or not crazy and what gives you what. So you forfeited your right to
I had dreams
have
over my life.
You had forfeited your right to have an opinion in this conversation. But I took the melatonin and you
How
know
many
what?
MGs?
Mega dreams?
MGs. Milligrams.
10.
Yeah. Doubling up the extra strength.
Is that what it is?
Well, mine says extra strength and it's 5, and there's also bottles that are 3.
Oh yeah, I saw
So I double up on the 5s.
Yeah, I saw the 3 bottles and I saw the 10 bottles, and the way I was feeling, I was looking for the 100 bottles.
Yeah.
But so I grabbed the 10, and honestly, I can't remember what dreams I had the first night.
Mm-hmm.
But I'll tell you the dreams, but I'll tell you what's interesting of what changed about the dreams, because it's not only the dreams that it gave me, but there's a significant change in my dreams. So I did have a crazy dream the first night.
Yeah.
And maybe because I don't know if it's because you're sleeping more heavily or the melatonin or what about it. The dreams were very detailed.
Mm-hmm.
And so the first dream I had are the ones I remember. It was like I was at this place. It was kind of like a dingy sort of medieval looking like church thing.
Ooh.
And it was filled with people.
Ah.
But it was like there was like a fashion show going on.
Ah.
But
Because of Virgil.
maybe. Actually, you know what? Yes. I thought of that. That because it was that day.
I didn't even know who that guy was. I had to look it up.
What?
I don't. And the people posting that are like, "You did so much for the world." Shut up. You designed clothes.
I know that. I think his inspiration was more than the clothes.
Made me want to delete Instagram that day.
No, to death to us part. Haley Bieber is on her veil, and that was that day, and because not only was the fashion show going on, it was like old Project Runway where everybody was in the same room, like doing their outfits at the same time. Like everybody has their own like cutting table. So in this church, dingy medieval church looking thing where there was a fashion show, all around the sides, like people were making the actual garments in the thing. And so that was one. And then, so that, I'm like,
You didn't like jump on the runway or anything like that? You don't even remember?
But the second one, I was on this
Different night?
No, same night.
What?
It was.
I definitely don't have 2 dreams in one night.
Well, it was broken up by a pee break.
Oh.
And so then I was like, I hope I'm going to fall back asleep. You know, it's at a time.
Did you take more melatonin?
No, I didn't take more. This just proves its effectiveness in dream making, because I went back into a crazier dream. I was a part of this many country. What am I trying to say? Multinational council,
like the UN.
Yeah, and so we were all in like theater chairs, and there was this like little ruling thing. But then outside there was this big courtyard.
Senator Palpatine.
I was one of those guys, and we sort of like adjudicated like these issues and whatever. But it turns out I had let these guys into this courtyard. They're these Vietnamese kind of guys. I don't know.
How do you know?
I just knew in my dream they were Vietnamese. They looked Vietnamese, and in my dream they were Vietnamese. So that's what they did. And when they came in, they had these like guns that could shoot these lights.
Oh boy.
Not like lasers. It was more like a shotgun blast of like, it was almost like 8 or 10, 12 little beams of light came out of, like sprayed out of their guns at the same time. And they were targeting these Chinese people. Boy. Which there's historical precedent for this. And so anyways, so that's all happening.
Your dreams are historically accurate.
There's chaos in this courtyard. But it turns out that I had let the guys in. Because once I was like thinking about it.
The Viet Kong.
Yeah, once I had thought about it, I let the Viet Cong in. But I was sort of off the hook because how was I to know? You know? It was low.
You didn't know they're going to light beam the place.
Yeah. But another weird part is like they were doing a dry run of like really coming in to kill these Chinese guys. But it's like you already infiltrated the place and it's like you're not going to get a second chance at that.
Right.
But that was my dream. And then I get back in the council room and I'm sitting there. It's not very big. It's tight. We're in like
in Harry Potter.
I don't
remember. Yes. The trial.
Yeah, except we're all sitting on theater style chairs, very small, like the small wooden ones that are super uncomfortable. Oh, annoying.
Get like half a butt cheek on them.
And maybe I was skinnier in my dream because it was like feeling.
I meant like front to back half, not side to side.
And so, the end of my dream was just like, okay, how are we gonna rule on what happened today, or like
in the courtyard?
Yeah. So we gotta figure out what's happening. But okay, so those are just run of the mill kind of like weird dreams. Okay. But I will give you the main difference and tell me if you connect with this at all. When I have a pre-melatonin, when I have a dream, it's always like I'm doing the actions or whatever. I'm a part of it, but it's almost like I'm watching a movie. I'm not thinking about what decisions I'm going to make. I'm just sort of doing them, even though in my dream I am making the choice. It's not really like a choice I'm figuring out. It's like it's like you're doing it, but it's more like you're watching it play out.
I agree.
Like you're in a play almost. But these melatonin dreams, especially the second one, the council, but also in the first fashion church, I didn't know. It was like I didn't know what was going to happen next. And I didn't know the decision I was going to make. Like when we sat down at that council and the last thing I was like, what are we going to do? Literally, I was like, I was waiting for the world to come to me, like real life. It's like you have to wait. You have to see what's going on around you. You're responding to everything going on around
Stimuli.
you. External stimuli. And I don't usually have dreams where I'm responding to external stimuli. But in these melatonin dreams, and I had some more, but I'm like actually like confused in my dreams too.
Yeah. Never been confused in a dream.
No.
All my dreams are confusing. Yeah. I think I agree. I don't have room to talk, apparently, because I don't dream enough. But that's why I feel like the melatonin dreams are crazy and they're real. And I wake up and I'm like, what the heck is going on?
Maybe it's the 10 mgs, too.
Yeah.
Tammy's sister takes a melatonin to sleep. I got to ask her.
Do we have time?
Yeah, we got plenty of time.
Okay. Here's something I realized, which you might have figured out already, and I've kind of known it, but I am not very opinionated about things. I'm not like passionate about subject matters, and arguing and whatnot. Like I'm trying to think of why this came up at work. Someone was talking about something and they're just so like, and it like affects their whole day or like, the mood they're in.
Can I tell you what that reminds me of real quick? And I was thinking about this the other day because Mike Denny gave me.
You can't.
Mike Denny.
You can't. No, go ahead.
Mike Denny gave me a Seahawks jacket.
Yes.
Because it doesn't fit him.
Yep.
If it's, I
was there.
I took it, even though I would never wear it in a million years. But then I was thinking, like, it just
wear it ironically.
I probably will. It just reminds me, I do not like when the Seahawks lose or something.
That may be what it was.
And then like people treat their spouses badly and stuff like that because they're like pissed and walking around the house like, duh, they lost in the fourth quarter. Duh, they were right there. They could have tied it up. Blah, 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 blah. It's like,
that's what someone was saying. They're like, oh, my husband, I could hear the Seahawks lose because I could hear my husband upstairs screaming.
Yeah. It's like, to me, it's like the things that should change your day or your mood or how you interact with people should be worthwhile things.
Mm-hmm. But I also think I'm not very passionate even about like some more common things to be passionate about.
What are some things that you do get passionate about?
Cancer movies. That's about it.
Memes.
People misusing memes.
Now, at the risk of not getting any more memes, people should know that Will and I's reconnection has also meant the meme flow. The meme flow coming from Will is strong. I don't know how your other friends...
Our meme flow is 1/10 of my meme flow with Alex and I.
I do know that.
Yeah.
But taking out Alex, what's our meme flow?
You're number 2, I think.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Wait, you getting it to me or me giving it to you?
No, I'm just, more you to me.
You're number 2, probably.
Okay, that's good. That makes more sense. Because I was thinking you're meme flowing. I'm not even the most memeiest person in the world.
Yeah.
Although I do appreciate them all. I was just thinking like, this guy has to be memeing all day, every day.
I am. Me and Alex.
Yeah. So me,
He goes to jiu-jitsu at 6 in the morning. I go to work at 6 in the morning. And so it starts at about 5:40 and goes till 11 o'clock at night.
that's funny. So cancer movies, memes. I put memes above cancer movies.
Yeah. Music, I guess, if someone were... But I don't have conversations about that a lot.
But you have opinions about what you like.
Yeah, that like Neil Peart is not the greatest drummer of all time.
But do you have... What about this? Because this is sort of what I think. Because people always used to call me a very opinionated person. Mm-hmm. And I used to not like that because once you get into conversations with people and you ask them what they think about this or that or whatever, people have opinions about things.
Yeah.
But
I think it's more about being like passionate about like how
like your willingness to defend them.
Yeah, because like
that sort of thing.
Yeah, because like maybe someone will say something I disagree with, and I'll be like, okay, yeah, moving on.
Yeah,
you're an idiot. That's what I say in my head.
Okay, so you are opinionated.
Yeah, I guess I have opinions. It's more like there's no passion behind it.
That goes more into my theory. My theory is like everybody has opinions.
It's the amount of energy.
Willing to, yeah.
But I think also I could be better on the pod, even if I just picked a stance to support. You know?
Think we should be like, Stephen A. Smith and freaking
Charles Barkley and Shaq.
And wait, what's the other annoying white guy?
Kevin something.
No.
On that show?
No.
Oh, the Jew?
What?
Who are you talking about?
Is he Jewish?
I think if it's what we're talking about. The political guy?
No.
Oh.
I'm talking about the guy who was with Stephen A. Smith.
Oh, shoot.
The sports guy. Oh, what is his name? Dang it.
I don't know. I was thinking of the white guy that's with Shaq and Charles Barkley.
Okay. You keep saying, okay, on the pod.
He has a weird name like Scooter or something.
Yeah, hold on.
Who's the other white guy on with Shaq and Charles Barkley? Because he's on 2K. I forget his name. That's the only reason I know it. NBA 2K.
Ernie. You're talking about Ernie Johnson. His son just died.
Rip.
Michael.
Little Mikey Johnson. Rip.
He adopted him when he had all these like medical issues and stuff.
Who did?
Ernie.
He had medical issues?
No, the
and he
kid
adopted
did.
Someone sounds irresponsible.
The kid had all these. I think they adopted like 2 kids that had like pretty extreme medical issues.
Mm-hmm.
He's like a really like stand-up kind of like sweet guy.
Because his kids had medical issues?
I mean, he just is as a person, but that is one sort of thing you could look to back up that opinion.
Who is it?
No, you keep talking.
Who is
but
it?
on the podcast.
How have you not found it yet?
Because I'm trying to tell stories and carry the podcast with opinions.
Okay. Yeah, I feel like I could be better of just like picking a side and trying to stick to it, keep the conversation going. And so that's what I want to try to do. But I need some ideas of things to talk about.
Skip Bayless.
I knew he had a weird name like Scooter.
I know. Why is it so hard to think of a name when I'm talking about something else? It's so annoying.
Yeah, I don't like those. What's their show? It sucks.
Oh, Shannon Sharp is awesome though, because it's Shannon with Skip now.
Oh.
And
I don't watch any of it.
I know Stephen A. and freaking Skip, they're annoying. Shannon Sharp is so funny though.
I only see clips on Bleacher Report or ESPN and things like that. But yeah, that brings up an opinion. You, for the longest time, maybe I talked about this already. You're Mr. I don't care about sports. I'm not wearing a Seahawk jacket. I only see MMA and basketball clips on my Instagram. And then I finally get a Twitter to increase my meme knowledge. And left and right, you're retweeting the highlights and team outcomes and look at these dudes.
Yeah, I didn't say I don't care about sports. I'm not Dave Grohl like, oh, all I care about is music and not sports. I'm not like Kyle
Rittenhouse.
I'm not like him either. I'm not like Kyle Auckland, I don't care about sports. You know?
Yeah.
There's some funny conversations with him. You know, people who are like proud that they don't care about sports?
It becomes, their persona.
That's not me. It's just like, I don't
That was the vibe I was getting.
Well, that was projection. Because I actually
projection?
Yes. I actually love sports. I love knowing about sports and things, but I just don't like the emotional energy like we were talking about the Seahawks and stuff. I don't like the emotional energy that comes along with following a team and just being like so like cutthroat, you versus whoever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like more. Yeah, I'm the same way. I just like whatever's on doesn't really matter to the team.
Yeah.
I root for the home team, like Seattle teams, because I've been here my whole life. But other than that, it's like I just want a good game, you know?
Yeah, I just enjoy sports.
I think some of the stats, like football stats are interesting. I hate baseball stats where they're like,
oh yeah,
this is he's number 3rd at hits to the third base line in the 6th inning in the last 27 years. Like they make it too specific so that it can look good or they can talk about it, you know? Mm-hmm. And it's like too specific. I hate those. I want like most home runs, most touchdowns, whatever, things like that. Don't give me, most at-bats against a left-hander while the sun is rising in the east and the wind is below 5 miles an hour.
That's for somebody to know, just not normal fans.
Right.
But the whole thing is baseball games are long.
Colin Hurd to know. And
Colin Cowherd?
Yeah, the Herd.
Not Colin Hurd.
I said Colin the Herd.
Okay, our little claim to fame is
our 12 seconds of summer. 12.
Colin Cowherd's our second cousin.
What's it called?
Or it was at some
Kevin
point.
Bacon. The
6 Degrees of Kevin Bacon.
Ours is Colin Cowherd.
My dad was cousins with Colin Cowherd.
Via marriage, I believe.
Via a later in life marriage. Mm-hmm. But you know what's weird? They were friends when they were younger.
Right.
But then they became lovers. Cousins later.
Yeah. I wish we could just call him up and be like, yo, Colin.
Yeah.
Get us on the pod.
Yeah, and there was his mom and then his stepdad and his...
Yeah. Was that the Puz family?
Yeah, that was the Puz family.
You know you're cool when you live in Aberdeen and your name is Puz.
Why? Okay, I know people have those weird nicknames.
What does it even stand for?
I don't... That's what's so weird. Percival?
Poozy?
Papoosy.
Yeah, so
okay.
I'm trying to be more opinionated.
Okay. Then... Okay, I'm just going to go through. So we have some pod ideas.
Oh, and you want my opinions on that?
And, this update. Wow.
Yeah, the notes update, Apple. Great job. Probably the best thing you've done since,
Pull it
iPod
left.
Touch.
Pull it left, and you can see who edited what. You created this? Pod ideas?
Yeah.
Wow.
What date was the date? Does it say?
No.
Some of them have dates, some of them don't. They might have been pre-update.
Okay, so Cambodian custom Vespas.
Yeah.
Wait, we said we weren't going to talk about it.
Yeah.
We can't do that one. Sorry.
That's our oldest note.
British accent kids, Peppa Pig.
Oh, yeah.
These are rapid fire.
Rapid fire. People put their kids in front of the TV too much, so much that they are getting British accents from Peppa Pig.
I mean, that's sort of... Is this from 10 years ago or what?
No, that's from last year.
Was that an article you read? You should have made a joke about it.
Maybe I'll go back and do it. That was happening last year. These little 3-4-year-olds are saying, "Mama, I need some crumpets."
Now, some of these aren't yours.
Right.
MGK and Megan Fox. WTF ?
Okay. My opinion, hate Machine Gun Kelly. I think he's trash. I think he has no talent. His guitar solos are trash. I love the videos that make fun of them. Megan Fox.
About his guitar solos?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
because they're on one string and it just goes dee, dee, dee,
oh,
dee,
that
dee.
kind of, yeah.
And then...
Or he had to go into rock because Eminem just destroyed him in their little
rap battle. Yeah. The diss tracks. And yeah, Megan Fox, I don't know what she's doing. I thought she was settled down, married with kids, and now all of a sudden she's got herself a line cook from, the back room.
Danny's line cook.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, did you send me that meme? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
The one, but that was about Pete Davidson.
It was about all of them, I think, and it said...
When the line cook finally gets a date with the server.
Yeah. Or I saw one that said, late night line cook is my new type or something like that.
Chuggy.
Stupid word. People trying to be funny online.
Yeah.
I'm so glad it's over. And the things they were trying to force to be chuggy were stupid.
I know. Glazed donut.
Glazed donut. This was brought up. Fun story at the Wenatchee. The Wenatchee
Fun
Jiu-Jitsu.
story. The people who listen to the podcast are the people.
Yeah, remember this? And they said, this has to be on the pod. Because Lauren said when you should do your skincare routine, your face should look like a glazed donut.
Oh, yeah.
And so I'm still waiting for her to... I said
Careful.
she needs to give me... Okay, go ahead.
Go ahead. Finish your sentence.
So she needs to give me the...
What does she need to give you?
The spa day to give me the glazed donut face.
She's going to do it to you?
Yeah, you think I know how to do that? I don't know what kind of retinoids and stuff to put on my skin.
Gay flirting. Is it okay to accept gay flirting because if you're not gay, but a gay person flirts with you and it makes you feel good just because it feels nice that they like you?
Let it ride. I say, yeah, go for it. If you get something out of it, especially if you're taking advantage of gay people, go for it. Because then, guys work so hard to be, impress women and they're never impressed. And so if you can just ride off your looks of, your baby blues or your chiseled jawline and some guys hitting on you and buying you drinks, take advantage.
Mount Rainier, cool or not cool?
At first glance, whatever. When you really dive into that, it's like the third highest peak in the United States and all this stuff, then it gets more cool. Dormant volcano, all that jazz.
It is crazy that we have that just a volcano, pretty much.
Yeah.
And it's just there every day, just dominating the skyline.
And maybe that's because I lived here, but because I heard someone just say a week or two ago, they're like, when I first moved here and I saw that for the first time, I was like, oh my God.
I know. It's just great. You just grow numb to it, but then I love those times where you're just sort of in awe of it.
So numb.
Okay, guys who stay in the car when their wives go into the grocery store. I freaking hate that.
Oh, that
so much.
I agree with more than The guys who let the wife or girlfriend drive all the time.
Oh.
And you always see, like, you see some, like, people roll up to wherever, the grocery store, gas station, something, and there's just some guy just, like, looking at his phone in the passenger seat. And the girl's, like, getting out and, like,
you know
getting
what?
gas and
It's
whatever.
never a guy who looks like he's checked into reality.
No, it's a guy with, like, Cookie Monster pajama pants on, and or, like, it's either they look like trash or they look like they have, like, a red puffy vest and a red flat brim hat and red shoes, and you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
And one of those guys, and a big fake necklace.
Which also counts as checked out of reality.
Yeah. An alternate reality.
Checked out of this reality. That's funny. Okay, I think you did it.
I did it, but, like, why can't I just stick to it? Like, say, you give me what's your opinion on, is there more on there?
No.
We went through all of them?
No, I thought that was good.
But, like, say you brought up an opinion. I'm not good at then bringing up my opinion to counteract your opinion.
Well, it's hard. So little BTS on the pod is like, there are some times where I know, okay, like my thing is like Tammy, for instance, like I know it's sort of, I could take advantage of this, but like when we argue or something, it's sort of unfair because I'm a good arguer,
right,
even if I'm not like, I'm just right or, you know, have
just
the
better
most
at explaining
backup.
the ideas.
Or just like staying on task and like putting the other person's like opinion down or something.
I feel like I'm really good, and this might be one of the, like, fallacies
But
that's not allowed in debate. Oh, you're good at interrupting? Is that what you're good at?
You just interrupted me.
No, you paused. I'm good at the devil's advocate.
Oh yeah.
I'm too good
I'm
at that.
all about devil's advocate.
Oh, yeah. And I have to catch myself because I do it when I don't need to. Because I just like exploring all options of thought, you know.
That's the scientific brain.
It is. So, like, what's your opinion?
But like Tammy's not good at thinking on the fly.
Sorry, Terry.
No, I just mean like I mean, she's really smart. But
I'm not either.
Exactly. So I have this thing. This is what I'm saying. BTS on the podcast. So I have a thing like I want to put something in the notes, and so then I have this little catch in my spirit, as we might say.
That's just a key change. It's not the spirit.
I have a little catch in my spirit that I want to. On one hand, I want to get your initial opinion to what I'm saying, and so I can get your reaction on the pod.
Mm-hmm.
But two, this is a podcast, and I want you to be able to talk about it. So therefore, I have a little thing like, should I tell you ahead of time?
Yeah. I totally know. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I agree.
So
there's some things you want it to be like, you want the authentic reaction.
It's a conundrum.
It is a conundrum.
For the Bad Brothers podcast.
But so, like, when I need to make an opinion, let's try to do it now. Here's a headline, and you might have been seeing this. Sony says Marvel will produce 3 more Spider-Man films. Superhero fans have feared the upcoming flick could be the last of the franchise. However, producer Amy Pascal told Fandango, remember Fandango? When you like buy your tickets and then go to the movie theater? 3 more movies are on the way with Tommy Holland as the web slinger.
I thought that was not confirmed. I thought they just had...
Amy Pascal confirmed.
Okay. I did hear, because it was the thing where Sony and Marvel, like, it's...
Because there was the ones with, his butt?
Toby.
Yeah.
And, who are the other ones?
It was Tobey Maguire. And then
Andrew Garfield.
Garfield, and then
Were those Marvel?
The
They
cartoon
must
one.
have been. Oh, the cartoon one was so good.
Didn't see it.
It's so good, even for adults.
I'm just not into animated superhero movies. And really, I'm not that excited for any sort of Spider-Man movie. I think they're all just running it out. Why are they doing 3 more? There's already been how many? 10 Spider-Man movies so far.
I think...
You know the best part of any Spider-Man movie ever that's been created? Bonesaw is ready. Remember that?
No.
Well, the Tobey Maguire, the first one, when he goes to the cage fighting thing.
Oh, okay.
And everyone's shouting, Bonesaw, Bonesaw, Bonesaw. And then Bonesaw comes into the ring, and then everyone's doing this, sawing their arm, doing Bonesaw. It was the precursor to the Atlanta Braves chop, the Bonesaw arm. Bonesaw, Bonesaw.
Mm-hmm.
And then he's like, are you ready? And he says, Bonesaw is ready.
No, I don't remember that.
He points to Spider-Man in his makeshift spider garb.
So, what Marvel movies have you seen?
I caught up a lot when I broke my foot. That was a large step. But before that, it was like the first Avengers, the first Guardians of the Galaxy, and like all the stuff like behind that. I hadn't seen like Thor, Ragnarok, Winter Soldier, Civil War, Endgame 2, Ant-Man. I haven't seen Wonder Woman's. I haven't seen any of those. Black Dahlia Murder or whatever her name is, and
oh yeah, I just watched that.
The TV one. Any of the ones that are on TV, like Arrow and all that jazz.
That's the DC ones, yeah.
Yeah, I haven't seen any of those.
WandaVision.
I haven't seen that.
Oh, I didn't watch that, but I will say, well, I think the new Spider-Mans, the Tom Holland ones.
I saw that one, I think.
Well, there's already been...
The first one.
Yeah.
The first Tom Holland.
Yeah. And
the one where Tony Stark shows up.
Yeah, and then he's in the Avengers, and now Aunt May is hot now. And not
I thought she was like 70 years old.
I know. There was another meme recently. I can't remember what it was, like side by side, whatever the meme was, and it was just like striking how she's like near death in the Tobey Maguire ones, and then she's her whatever that lady's name is.
I don't even know.
She's attractive.
Who is she?
An attractive actress.
A famous one?
Yes.
Well,
famous.
Keep talking about it.
But I will say, of the new Marvel movies, the Spider-Man plot line and the Spider-Man movies have the most like energy and
Marissa Tomei?
Oh yeah, dog.
56-year-old.
I'm getting older.
Yeah, she was like known in that one movie for being hot.
Well, yeah, because people are just like, "Oh, Aunt May's gonna be in this movie," and then,
swing,
but then a little bit of the joke is like Iron Man, Tony Stark and his Aunt May.
Yeah,
is something gonna happen?
And did him and Peppa Potts split up?
Peppa Pig?
Yeah,
he died. Spoiler alert: he died. So yeah, they split up.
Who did?
Iron Man.
Died?
Yes. I love you 3000.
What?
He had a kid.
What?
Yes.
What? When? What one is this?
Endgame.
1 or 2?
Don't wanna be your Endgame. Oh, the lyrics of that I hate.
Wait, is it Endgame 1 or 2? Or Infinity War 1 and 2? Is there an Endgame 2? Or is it Infinity Wars and Endgame?
Something like that. But
well, I haven't seen the glove with the jewels on it and snapping in the dust.
The Spider-Man ones, except the last one, sort of almost fell into this a little bit, but the Spider-Man ones, because they have a young character that's out, it's like his high school and his high school friends and everything. I think some of the Marvel movies get caught up in doing big action things.
Mm-hmm.
The best Marvel movies are the ones where
Iron Man.
the story is smaller. Like Iron Man, he's getting out of a cave and getting better. A movie like Ant-Man was
I haven't seen it.
the plot was smaller. The Superman, the Spider-Man ones, like I said, it's like high school and stuff. Like when they're not trying to do the world is gonna split in half.
Mm-hmm.
The movie, there's just more room for heart and energy and investment in the characters and humor. And so the Spider-Man movies are the best movies out of the Marvel ones.
And
I think.
to jump multiverses or whatever.
No,
Are
something
you
else.
excited for Batman featuring
So excited.
Pattinson?
Yes, because I love him.
Ugh. I don't. The best thing I've seen him in, The Lighthouse. Did you watch that?
No. But I think we talked about that.
The only thing I've seen
But
him
this is
in,
about your
I
opinions.
think, is Twilight. What else is he in? The Twilights, which I hate him in.
Well, I've seen him in interviews. He did that movie where he was like a crazy guy. He's
Haven't
like
seen
Crazy Brothers or something like that.
Oh no, I haven't seen that one.
The guys who did the Jewel Adam Sandler movie,
A24.
they did a movie before that of like
They did The Lighthouse.
they did.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's weird.
Willem Dafoe, Spider-Man.
But
Remember that?
I've seen him in like interviews and stuff, and I think he's like really interesting as a person,
I heard,
and I think that's why
I did
I
hear
like
a story
him.
about him where he had the stalker. Did you hear this story? But a stalker kept like coming to his house, doing all this stuff, and it was like during a time where he wasn't working, and so he agreed to the stalker to go out to dinner with the stalker girl.
Yeah.
And he did not try at all. And he was just himself, this like super like boring, depressed, like dude. And he was just like really lame. And so then she stopped stalking him because he was like such a bad date. I heard
That's
he did
funny.
that.
Well, then he on his TV show, he made up the story. While doing PR on Today for his film Water for Elephants, Robert Pattinson was asked if he ever wanted to run away and join the circus. He replied, "No. The first time I went to the circus, somebody died. One of the clowns died." When Matt Lauer asked for more details, Pattinson explained that the clown met his gruesome fate because the joke car exploded on him. And it was terrifying, and the show ended and everybody ran out. And he's told like a bunch of different versions of that. It's just a total lie.
He just made it up. It's just a story to tell on TV.
I guess so.
That's funny. I like that about him. But
yeah, he does like that. He has like that sort of like cheeky British, like wry sense of humor and stuff like that.
I like that. I can see that. But
And yeah, because I think, well, that's what I like about him in interviews. He's like honest.
okay, but how does that translate to the old big screen when he's playing a character?
He just has that brooding sort of fierceness
To me, and this is
him.
maybe because I've only seen
And I think that's going to be perfect for Batman.
that it was too much like a 13-year-old boy or girl that doesn't want to talk to anyone at the family gathering. You know what I mean? Like the brooding because I'm angsty teenager. Is that just the Twilight?
But yes, I think some of the best, what you would consider the best actors.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm going to prove it right here just by the couple people
Jake
we're talking about.
Gyllenhaal.
Okay, Iron Man.
Yeah.
What's his name?
Robert.
What's his name?
RDJ.
Oh yeah, Robert Downey Jr. and Brad Pitt
Bradley Pitt.
and
Jake Gyllenhaal.
no, who else was I gonna say? Who's the guy?
Leonardo DiCaprio.
Okay, him definitely. He fits into that. Who's the one that everybody says the best actor? And he's the weird guy who goes method all the time.
Daniel Day-Lewis.
Daniel Day-Lewis.
There Will Be Blood.
There Will Be Blood.
Lincoln.
Don't now think of all the movies they are in and like the characters that people like know them for or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And isn't it sort of like what their personalities are like
I would
anyway,
say that for
or
Daniel
like
Day-Lewis,
what they're interested in?
not for the other ones, and maybe Ryan Gosling.
Brad Pitt is either charming or brooding depressed. And Robert Downey Jr., he's always like wisecracking, like arrogant guy in movies.
What about Zodiac?
He always has that sort of like arrogance in him.
Uh-huh.
And maybe it just comes out, or like, does it just come out?
I'd say George Clooney. If we're doing guys that are always the same, George Clooney.
No, I'm not talking about
Daniel Day-Lewis.
No, I'm not talking
matching their character.
I'm not talking about guys who are the same. I'm talking about, I think that people are sort of drawn to movies and role, even though they say like
They want to see them like that because that's what they know them as.
No, I'm talking about the actors themselves. I think are drawn to, even though some of them say they want to explore different roles and stuff. Usually it's like they want to explore different things that are in their own mind, and then they end up doing things that are sort of like themselves because it's what they're interested in.
Yeah.
And so somehow, if you can like sort of synthesize all their characters into one, you could create a pretty good Venn diagram of all them that sort of matches what their personality is, or sort of who they are, or whatever.
Personality.
And then you have to factor in their talent. And that's what I think about Robert Pattinson doing Batman. I think he is very talented. So it'll just be whatever he chooses to do will be good. But then also it just seems like something that will fit him, because he does like the loner brooder.
Right.
Yeah.
He does do that part of it, but I'm wondering how he's going to do with like the action hero sort of part of it.
I wonder too, but he says that's like Batman was something he always wanted to do his whole life.
Oh. Okay.
Which that even surprised me.
Okay, well, I'll watch it maybe.
Oh, and did you see like his armor and the car and stuff? Have you seen anything about it?
No.
The Batmobile's like just like a souped up like Mustang or something.
Oh, they're
like
going
that.
like more realistic.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And you can see all the armor's more like homemade stuff.
What? I'm trying to think what else they did that with, where they went like more realistic. I can't think of it. Joker, yeah. Oh no, are they gonna mix those two together?
No, I don't think so. I don't think these are in the same world. Anyways, we need to wrap, but it was important to get your opinions in.
Yeah, I'll try to be more opinionated. I feel like it adds some pizzazz, makes it a little more titillating. I'll try to keep sharing it and I think it's good for me too. I think it's healthy for me to share my opinions. I need to get better at expressing myself, I think, in all aspects of life. So
No,
I'm glad to have you guys here.
Just on the podcast.
I'm glad I do need to do it in all aspects of my life. I think it's healthy for me. And I'm glad to have you guys here to, be a welcoming platform for that.
I really thought you were speaking to me, and then you said you guys, and I was like, dang it. I got sad.
That's when I like to talk to the audience.
When you have a actual personal thing.
You just pass over
If I go back and listen to all the episodes, the actual personal, like, nice connective moments, you're saying you guys.
And you're like, wait a minute. And you go through a 90s movie montage of you scrolling through all the ones, and it's going, you guys. I
got my headphones
you guys. And you're just crying in the dark with a lamp.
Yep.
And
Lord.
The refrigerator turned back on. So that's our signal to wrap it up and Don't forget to like and subscribe. And we're sorry we didn't post the pictures.
Tell a friend.
Tell a friend.
Share it with a friend.
Rate us on your podcast app. Maybe you saw us on your Spotify Wrapped.
Oh, yeah.
As your top 5 pod.
Please, somebody say you listen on Spotify. And
share, tag on your story, and we can share it.
If it's actually in your top on Spotify, I will do something nice for you.
Oh, yeah.